Today, we're talking RV Insurance 101. I'm Justin.
And I am Aaron.
And this is the Phoenix Insurance channel where we hope to help you understand insurance just a little bit better. Now, today we're talking RV insurance, recreational vehicle insurance. And I want to kind of set the stage here. So when we say RV, we mean everything from a Class A motorhome to a travel trailer.
Camper, yeah, pop up, that there is an RV.
Yes, and so a travel trailer can be covered on an auto policy. The kind of policy we're talking about today is specifically built for an RV, including a travel trailer, because it comes with some extra coverages that you might want.
This is what we call a specialty policy.
Absolutely.
A specialty carrier.
And so that term lumps all of these things that you can sleep in under this kind of same umbrella, okay? So first we're gonna talk about it, the way it goes down your declaration page so that you understand where you start and where you end up. So as with everything, we start with liability to others, especially if you have a motorhome with an engine in it, you're going to be driving it around, and the odds are very good that you might run somebody over because they're really tall. So in that case, you have liability to others, generally expressed as a split limit, 100, 350, just like your automobile coverage. You can also have that in a combined single limit coverage, which is where there is one coverage for everything. When we talk about split limit coverage, that means $100,000 per person in bodily injury to others, $300,000 per accident in bodily injury to others, and then $50,000 in property damage to others. After that, you'd be talking about uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. So underinsured motorist coverage is going to cover you if someone hits you that doesn't have insurance or doesn't have enough. It also is expressed in either the split limit 100, 350 format or the combined single limit format. Again, that is liability you're purchasing if someone else hits you.
Another important coverage is going to be medical coverage for the people inside the RV. For you, the driver, your passenger, your guests that are inside the RV while it is rolling down the road. States will have, depending on the state, you're going to have the option for personal injury protection or medical payments. Medical payments in most states, personal injury protection in some states.
Right.
Those are going to be coverages. Personal injury protection provides medical coverage, medical payments, and lost wages coverage, some of those intangible losses, and then medical payments just covers strictly what it's talking about, medical payments.
So that grouping of coverage really only comes if your vehicle has a motor. Everything will apply to travel trailers and RVs for the rest of the video. So now we get to the coverage for your property. And so two different coverages, just like your auto insurance. You have your comprehensive or other than collision coverage. This covers your weather incidents, being blown away, having a tree fall on it, anything other than collision. You're gonna have a deductible on this, sometimes ranging from a $0 up to a few $1,000s. On RV insurance policies, because claims are less frequent, often you can get a disappearing deductible option, which means that for every year you don't make a claim, part of your deductible is waived.
Yeah. Well, claims are less frequent because a lot of RVs only go out for camping.
Right.
If you're more of a full-timer, you might not see this kind of option.
Right.
Other physical damage coverage you've got, campers obviously have lots of stuff in them.
Right.
So you've got your personal property coverages to make sure that you're able to replace all of the cooking gear, all of your luggage that you brought along. It is your home away from home, so you have personal property coverage available for you.
Right. You also have collision coverage for if you run into someone. That protects your rig, again, with a deductible. So you would choose the deductible you want to do with that. Also looking at disappearing deductibles as they go through. Finally, we get to some specific coverages for RVs. Mm-hmm. One of the ones that I think is the most interesting is vacation liability.
Yes.
You are out at the campground, you've got your lights strung up, you're having a swinging cocktail party, and Jean falls out of your camper because your step is just a little bit further than she thought it was. That's vacation liability coverage.
Now, it should be said, your personal liability will extend to you so that you are covered for that. However, a claim on your homeowner's policy for liability is a lot more rare, and it's going to be harder for you to get home insurance in the future if you've got that claim. A vacation liability claim would go on your auto clue report and would not affect your homeowner's policy. So it would be a good place to carry that liability coverage. You generally find it very cheap when you're getting the coverage because it's not used very often, but It's a good coverage to have.
You also have trip interruption, which is specific to RV and recreational vehicle policies, which is if you burn out a wheel bearing in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, and it's going to take a couple days for that part to get to you and for your rig to be repaired, they will put you up in a hotel room and buy you some meals for a couple days. Trip interruption, very inexpensive as well, and also a very valuable coverage. Finally, you also have roadside assistance coverage, which on a motorhome, roadside assistance can be rather expensive, but not the coverage to protect you against it.
These come with high limits of liability because it is a recreational vehicle. On a typical auto policy, you might see a maximum of $200 for roadside assistance. On an RV policy, you could see $750 to $1,000. Make sure you get a high limit because we are talking about a huge vehicle here.
Other companies may offer other coverages. Make sure you're asking about the endorsements that are available to you, but these are some of the basic things that are available.
And these specialty coverages that we talked about, these are things that are not going to be available on most auto policies because autos don't need these type of coverages and they wouldn't want to provide them to them. So that's why you can find better, more tailored coverages for your recreational vehicle by seeking out a specialty policy for it. And many times you find a much better rate too.
Absolutely. Hope this helps you to understand RV insurance a little bit better. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Leave some comments below if you have any questions, subscribe for more of these great videos, and come back and see us next time.